Coming to you from Hollywood, California, where coffee shops are shared office spaces for screenwriters with a dream, it's the Josh Macuga Show. Tonight's guest, Natasha Martinez. Now your host, a guy who once ate pizza for 13 straight meals, and that includes breakfast, Josh Macuga.
All right, and welcome back to the Josh Macuga Show. Before we get into it, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe to the channel here. Help support our Patreon campaign. You guys can follow the link. It'll be right here. You guys can buy one of these sweet-ass vests at loudmouthgolf.com. They gave me it to wear on the show, and I hope you really like it because I'm a big fan. I wore it without a shirt the other day. I look pretty sweet. All right, tonight, my guest, you guys know her as one of the hosts of Collider Movie News, Collider Movie Talk. She was Miss California 2015, and you may have seen her at the Staples Center as a Laker girl. Woo-hoo! Ladies and gentlemen, Natasha Martinez!
Hey!
Thanks for being on the show.
Super awesome to be here. I wish I wore my checkered shirt, but it's okay. We're kind of rocking the pink at the same time.
I wear a lot of pink.
Yeah. Matching.
We thought it through. I like it. Do you ever wear vests? Are vests a girl thing?
Vests are a girl thing, like furry vests. I actually almost wore a fur vest, but I thought it might have been like way too like intimidating. Like you would have been like, "Whoa, Natasha, what are you trying to be? Like a polar bear right now?"
Well,
but
you like the name Natasha, insinuates Russian spy.
Yeah.
Right?
I can't
but then
tell
Martinez
you.
flips.
Yeah, then that's like, all right, so she's making tortillas like in the back. No, I have so many girlfriends that will come up to me and tell me like, Natasha, before I met you, like my fake like pseudo name whenever I'd go out was Natasha because it was like this mysterious name, and I'm like, I'm just the opposite of mysterious and like.
Me too, Natasha.
I'm like, all right.
That was always my go-to.
So funny.
We met through Collider.
Yes.
I remember when they hired you because like it was in between Sinead's kind of leave of absence there for a second, and I get to the thing and. I'd only seen pictures of you, and I was like, oh, she's probably one of those hot California girls, think she's all that. And you're like, hi, I'm Natasha. And I was like, okay, she's nice. I like this person. She's okay.
Yeah, I know.
Do you intimidate a lot of guys that way?
I guess I'm just an intimidating person because, I would intimidate guys. Mm-hmm. No one ever came up to me. Like, people always say, oh, Natasha, I'm sure it's so easy for you to meet guys. You probably get anybody you want. And I'm, like, stuck in the corner, like, hey, like, by myself. But what's so funny is so many girls will tell me, like, oh, I thought you were a bitch before I got to know you. I was even at a church retreat one time, and we're all like, feeling good together, and they're like confiding in me. They're like, yeah, I really thought you were a bitch. And I'm like, you go to church and you just call me the B word. Like, what's up with that? But thanks, I guess.
The B word, yes.
The B word.
Now, I think it's so interesting, the pageant world.
Yes.
I think the first question everyone wants to know is it like Miss Congeniality? That's what everybody really wants to know.
Yes and no. And you know what? So many people talk about Miss Congeniality, like, is it just like that? There are some similarities, but then there are others, like, we're not that cheesy. I mean, for my system, so I competed in the Miss USA system, which was the former Donald Trump system. So when I competed at Miss USA, that whole Trump, like, Mexico thing was going down. It was not fun. But the Miss America system, which a lot of people get confused with because they do the talent and all that stuff, they're super cheesy, and I'm sorry, like, America system. I have friends in that system, but I wouldn't compete in it because that's I feel like a little bit more Miss Congeniality-ish. But we're evolving. It's more modern now.
So, like, when you go to the pageant and you said Miss USA.
Yes.
They don't ask you, like, if you ruled the world, what would be your first thing that you did?
I mean, they don't say if you ruled the world, but there was a question. There was a question at, I think, Miss Universe about 2 or 3 years ago that was, if you could create a law, what law would you make up? And I think the girl totally bombed it. Like, this is what I hate, is that there's such a stereotype with pageant girls, and, like, oh, they're pretty, but they're kind of dumb.
Well, I mean, don't take that the wrong way, but every like viral video that's ever happened from a pageant is the girl that's like, and for instance, like as well, Iraq.
Exactly. And it's hard. Like you're on national TV. You have 30 seconds to answer, like, how do you solve world hunger? And you're just like, and
more McDonald's McNuggets.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, because that promotes world health.
Yeah, of course.
But
it's a lot of pressure.
but thankfully I haven't had any of those moments.
Oh, that's
Knock
good.
on wood. I mean, my pageant career is over, but
Is it?
I could totally mess up on Collider one day. Who knows?
So wait, when you win the crown,
Yes.
then you have to retire?
So you don't have to, but so I competed and won in Miss California USA. So I couldn't go to Miss California again and compete again to compete in Miss
One
USA,
time,
or I couldn't go to like Arizona.
Is there like a senior circuit?
There, yeah, there is actually. No, there's a pageant for everything. Of course, there's toddlers and tiara pageants,
love
which
that
I'm
one.
totally against. But
I mean, that one's terrible.
but they have like Mrs. pageants for women who are married, because when you compete in the USA system or
You have to
even
be
for Miss
single?
America, you have to be single, no kids, not married. I even think they took a girl's crown away for living with her boyfriend.
Well,
I'm sure that there's been some of those instances, because there's definitely been some photos that people have taken their crowns away for. But
Were you always like? Did you start young in pageants? Or?
No. So I grew up dancing.
Oh, cool.
And danced since I was 5 years old. And as I went through high school, I had a friend, and she was from Costa Rica. So there was this local Costa Rica pageant, and she's like, guys, my mom's making me do this pageant. Can you come and watch me? So me and my mom went to go watch, and I was just sitting there, and they had, their judges panel, and one of the judges was like, it was a Latin pageant, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, are you Latin? Like, what's your background? Do you speak Spanish? I'm like, well, I'm Mexican and Nicaraguan, but I don't speak Spanish because I'm a coconut, brown on the outside, white on the inside. And she's like, well, that's fine. You can represent the USA. You can speak English at the pageant. And so I just competed for fun. I did it with my friend, and then I won. And after that, it was just this like snowball effect. I was 17 also. I forgot to mention that. But so yeah, I got to go to Ecuador, I got to go to Mexico, and then I got to compete for Miss USA last year. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that happened to me one time. It was like Mr. USA. They saw me on the beach, and they're like, dude, you should
I
totally
saw your
compete.
photos. I Googled you before
Yeah.
I came, and I saw some photos.
I wish.
You did some risque photo shoots. I mean, the oil on the body.
I know, and getting through all this chest hair is tough. It is a chore. So now that you're hosting for Collider and stuff, I mean, can we talk real quick about being a Laker girl?
Yeah,
So you were
of
a
course.
dancer at
Yes.
Staples Center. What was like the highlight of the Laker girl moments? Do you travel with the team or just do home games?
No, so the Laker girls only do home games.
Okay.
But funny story is when I made the team was actually the year of the lockout. So it kind of was poopy. And then...
That's going to be the name of this episode. Kinda was poopy.
But we started on the Christmas game, and that was like the big season opening and everything. I got to see Kanye in the tunnel. I think that was the game that he brought Kim Kardashian to when they were first like a thing. But
Front line of TMZ.
and it's so funny because we're sitting courtside. We're sitting in front of the courtside guests, right? So normally it's like David Beckham's like behind us, or Jack Nicholson or Zac Efron that I like totally fangirled over all the time. But Kanye was like standing in front of me and one of my girlfriends, and we're just like sitting there, and we have to pretend like we don't care, like we don't know these people. We can't be like, oh my God, it's Kanye. Like, So he's all just like talking to David Beckham casually, and we're like,
What would they talk about? What did they talk about?
I don't even remember.
You like Calvin Klein, do you?
Well, that was one of my highlights was that we had a pre-game appearance, and me and another girl were like going down the VIP elevator to get to across the Staples Center to sign autographs and stuff. And David Beckham walks in the elevator, and I just about died. Like I died. It was me, my friend Lindsay, David Beckham, and like the security guard that was like going up and down the elevator. And he just like walks in, and we're like, and he's all, hello ladies, like totally nice, like super cool. And then we're just like in there like awkwardly like, oh my God.
So like, did you bend it on your way here? Or no? That's what I mean. Obviously you're gonna say you're gonna bend it. Yeah, whatever.
So, and then he walked out and said bye and like, see you later. And like me and Lindsay walked out, and we're like, ah, like we actually died. It was so cool.
Laker
Pretty
girl
awesome.
memories, amazing.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna go in a game called The First and the Curious. These are the big firsts in your life.
All right.
Now, we ranged the gamut on First and the Curious, okay?
Okay.
Now,
I'm curious to see how
first-
this will go. My
nailed
first
that.
game.
Well done.
Nailed it.
Let's hear it for Natasha Martinez.
Thank
guys.
you.
First pun of the evening,
Thank
huh?
you
Well
so
done.
much.
Okay, your first concert.
Okay, my first concert was, don't make fun of me, John Mayer, because I know, but I love him.
Here's the thing. I think guys make fun of John Mayer because they're jealous and then go home and listen to his sweet ass music. John Mayer doing Tom Petty, what's it called? Free Fallin'? I mean, give me a break.
I've seen John Mayer 4 times.
I mean, Paul's over here. He's agreeing.
He's like swooning over there in the corner. But this is like what makes me such a loser is I bought the tickets. I invited 2 of my friends, right? An earthquake happened. I'm from Chino Hills, and nothing happens in Chino Hills besides like the recent lottery winning over there. So like the last big event to happen was like this minor little earthquake, and we're like all over the news. So both my girlfriends bailed because we were like, what,
they were worried about
13 years old, and their parents were like, we don't want you going anywhere. So I had to take my mom and my cousin, who was visiting from Bakersfield, who like doesn't even know who John Mayer is. I like made them drive all the way over to Chula Vista, and we're like there, and they don't know like they have no clue about John Mayer, and I'm like, woo, like by myself, like such a fangirl, and like with no friends.
I like it. Your first relationship.
Okay, my first relationship, I was 15, and it was so I went
freshman
to
year of high school?
I think I was a sophomore.
Okay.
But I went to all-girls private school, right? Raised Catholic, went to an all-girls private school in Glendora. So I wasn't allowed to have a boyfriend. So he was a secret boyfriend. And I
what was his name?
His name was Ash Khan. What up, Ash Khan?
Ash Khan? What?
He was this Persian guy.
Is Ash Khan short for something, or is that just his name?
No, that's his name. It's a very popular name, I guess, in Persia for Persian guys. So I went
What up, Ash Khan? Crushing it. That'd be a good name for a rapper.
Yeah, I think that should be your pseudo rapper name for sure.
Like you had like other people had Natasha. Is there?
Yeah.
Like, I'm Ash Khan.
My rapper name is Natty Ice.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So we can be Natty Ice and Ash Khan.
I drank a lot of Natty Ice in college. That stuff gets you blackout drunk.
Oh,
it is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was a secret boyfriend. I went to a dance studio in Diamond Bar, which is near Chino Hills. And so my friends from that dance studio went to Diamond Bar High School. And so I never went to football games. Like I was such a goody two-shoes in high school. And I finally went to this football game, met Ash Khan, stayed for like the after football game dance.
Yeah, you did.
Lied to my mom.
Did
I was
he
like,
touch your butt at the dance?
I mean, I don't know, but I'm sure Ash Khan wouldn't want to disclose that information. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it was this like whole secret relationship that lasted for all but a month.
Ooh.
And
did he break your heart? Or did you dump him?
No, I dumped him because we got caught because he got me a Mrs. Fields cookie that said like happy 1 month. Like when you celebrate like a week or 2 weeks. Yes. And my mom found it and she was like, what is this? It was like the most dramatic event of my life. It was terrible.
We're meant to be together, me and Ash Khan.
Yeah.
Your first cell phone. Do you remember your first cell phone?
Yes. So my first cell phone was a flip phone. And funny story, I didn't get a cell phone until I graduated high school.
Nice.
So I was one of those like weird kids.
You're young. See, like I'm a bit older than you. My first cell phone wasn't until my sophomore year in college.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't feel as bad. But still, everyone in high school was like, how do you survive without a phone? I'm living, aren't I? But I spent about 2 months in New York after I graduated dancing for a company out there called Alvin Ailey. Cool. And so my mom's like, all right, I guess you can have your cell phone. You're going to be out there by yourself. But here's the thing. Like the only way that I was allowed to go to New York by myself is if I stayed in a convent with nuns that had a 10 p.m. curfew.
Look at Paul's face right now.
Yep, yeah, true story. 11 p.m. curfew on the weekends, woo!
Killing it.
And my last night there, we borrowed a fake ID from one of the girls who stayed in the convent, and we went to Tavern on the Green in Central Park. Yeah. Went to this super swanky party, and it was like 10:50, and we were all the way in Central Park, and our convent was by the Hudson. We ran all the way over there. We had to like beg the nuns to let us in. It was
man,
very scandalous.
That is hysterical. Shame.
I know. I gotta go to confession now.
Okay, fine. So I was gonna say first kiss.
Yeah.
Was Ash Khan your first kiss?
No, he wasn't. More scandals. So
wow, scandal all over the place.
Scandal all over the place. So the first boy that I kissed was from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yes! What? What was his name?
I actually don't remember. Sorry.
Oh, that is sweet. Was that the same time you were in New York at the convent?
No. We, one of my friends, we would always spend a weekend in Huntington Beach at the Hyatt down there. So that was like free weekend, no parents, no rules, right? And it was always during I think it's the X Games or the USO that happens there. So there's like surfer boys and skater boys all over. It was like heaven, right? So
total heaven, dude.
Total heaven. Yeah. So this group of boys from Pennsylvania were like hanging out at the hotel, and I feel like his name was Blair. I don't remember. It was some like weird name that was like almost a girl's name.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, totally kissed him. It was like my first makeout ever. I was so nervous. But it went well. It wasn't bad. It wasn't the worst kiss of my life, so that was good.
Well done, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Natasha Martinez first, Nick. Curious. Thank you. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor. Man. The Josh Macuga Show is brought to you by Loudmouth Golf. They've solved the age-old problem of how to clothe your body from where your shirt stops and your shoes start. They've made pants. It's pants? Pants. Their one-hole, two-hole patented design covers your crotchal and butthole region all the way down to your toes and where your shoes start. I believe these pants? These pants will revolutionize the world. Loudmouth Golf. For your body. All right, and we're back here on the Josh Macuga Show. My guest tonight, Natasha Martinez. You guys know her from Collider Video and Miss USA 2015, Miss California. What place did you come in Miss USA?
You know what? I didn't place.
Oh, those sons of bitches.
That was the first time in my pageant career that I didn't place, and I was like, totally devastated, but everything happens for a reason.
So what is place, like top 10?
So they do, there's 51 girls. It's a top 16.
Oh.
And then, but this is the thing, you know.
What do you think you lost points on, to be honest with you? Was it the karate competition? They do karate, right?
Yeah, you know, my karate chop was just like not on point as like Miss Texas's karate chop. But no, really, it's interesting when you go through, you know, audition processes, and I'm sure you're familiar with me and my dance background and Laker girls and stuff. They pick certain looks. So there's like 2 brunettes or 2 blondes or 1 key redhead. So for Miss USA, there was like 2 Latinas, 2 Asians, 2 blondes. And when the second Latina made it, I was like, I'm not, like, that's it. So
who won
it was
that
all
year
good.
Miss USA?
Miss Oklahoma, who is one of my friends. She
really?
competed in Miss California actually with me about 3 years ago.
Wait.
Oh yeah.
You can leave California and then go to another state?
Yeah, so basically I competed for California 4 times before I won, right? So it's a very difficult state to win. So this year's...
There's all these hotties in Bakersfield. You got to look out for
There's
them.
a ton of hotties in Bakersfield. I mean, what can you do, right? It's like the corn out there or something. But Miss Oklahoma, she was modeling out here. So she competed in Miss California once, and then she was like doing a bunch of other stuff, and then she decided to go to Oklahoma. That's where she's from. My girlfriend from Pennsylvania, she also competed in Miss California. Last year's Miss USA was my friend Nia. She moved to Nevada to compete, won Miss USA. So, I mean, I'm pretty proud to say that, like, there's been
you stayed true and
I stuck to it. I was like, no, California's my hometown. I'm going to do it. So, but yeah, there was a short opportunity for me to do Miss Nicaragua. I have dual citizenship there. That's where my mom's from. But I was like, no, like, you have to feel passionate about it. You know, you can't give up bread for a whole year if you don't feel passionate about winning a title. Like, that's a thing. So,
I mean, you can't go gluten-free.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's sad.
Totally.
Who wants to do that?
Right.
No.
All right, so this time in the show, we like to get a little personal. We've brushed on some personal stuff. What, like, I guess maybe, you know, like growing up so strict, like you said, like in the Catholic household, how has it been, I guess, like getting into the public eye? Like, I'm sure that your parents were very proud of you, that, like, you did pageants and that you were a Laker girl, but I'm sure there's times when, like, your dad or your mom, they're in the audience and guys are like, yeah! Or like, you know what I mean? Or like they may watch one of your videos and look at the comments or look at the comments on your Instagram.
Oh, totally.
Social media, and they probably kind of freak out a little bit, right?
Well, it's so funny. My parents are they're so supportive, and they have like their eye on my prize, basically. Like whatever I want, they're going to support me 100%. I don't think that they've ever run into any awkward situations about like people being disrespectful to me or anything. But on the weekends, I report for Complex News.
Right.
And I mean, if you think Collider fans are bad, Complex fans, I mean, I love you guys because you're awesome and you watch me. But like some of you all need to learn how to talk to girls because what you're saying in the comment section is just not okay. So this past Easter, one of my aunts came over. She's like, so Natasha, I saw one of your Complex videos, and I just like knew it was coming. And she was like, so how do you deal with those? And I'm like, I'm like, you basically just have to like block it out. But you know, it's difficult, like being in the entertainment industry. There's a lot of, you know, moral paths that we can take, and thankfully, like I think that it's possible to choose different paths that are gonna keep you true to who you are. You know, like no fame is worth compromising your values.
Yeah, true. Is there like a memorable comment or like the worst thing anybody's ever said to you? Can you remember some of like, or the funnier things? Sinead said something that was pretty funny.
I know what story you're talking about. I mean, they're honestly so graphic. Like I can't even repeat them because it's just like, it's disgusting. You boys like your mom needs to wash your mouths with soap. Really, it's really bad.
What, I guess maybe on the flip side of things, like let's just say you're out with your girlfriend.
Yeah.
And guys hit on you, what are some like maybe some funnier experiences or some like the worst things guys have done to you at bars or said to you?
Gosh, I can't. I mean, I told you, like, literally, people think that guys, like, bombard me. They don't. Like, they're literally, and if they do, it's like an old, like, Indian man that's like, hello, let me take you on my private jet or something. And I'm like, no, thanks. I'm not going to go to Dubai with you. Like, no.
Where is this happening?
It happens everywhere, honestly. I feel like there's this society, this, like, secret society.
Do you go clubbing? Are you like,
okay. I love to dance, obviously. So you were talking about, like, Laker girl moves in the clubs.
Do you go to the dance floor and do like that?
Heck yeah. Okay. I don't care what I look like. I'm hair flipping. I'm like bending over. Like things are happening, like pirouettes everywhere. There was this one birthday that I celebrated. I think it was my 2 birthdays ago. And I had sushi for dinner before. So like sushi, not a lot of carbs, right? Yeah. And totally went ham at the bar. We went to Warwick out here in wherever that's at, West Hollywood, but I don't know the area. So basically it didn't go well for me. And I started couch crawling. I was like, there was a circle around me. I was like spinning and like doing whatever. And my friends to this day will like not let me live it down. They're like, Natasha, you drunk at the club is the best because the Laker girl just comes out in you and you don't care at all.
See, if I went clubbing, maybe you should go clubbing with Cobster and he can take a video of it. Oh. And we could like
you're not a club kind of guy?
No, I mean, I like dive bars where
I mean, that's kind of how like most guys are, unless you're like an old like Indian man trying to convince girls to go to Dubai with you.
Yeah. I mean, if I was old and Indian and had the money to do that,
totally,
I probably would do that. I'm not gonna lie, this Indian guy sounds awesome. So if you ever meet him at the club,
if I ever decide to be like, hey,
he's looking for a buddy to go to Dubai.
Like I won't take you up on your offer, but my friend Josh will. Are you cool with that?
Exactly. All right, we're gonna go into what we call the deep end.
Okay.
Now we're gonna spin a little randomizer here, and we're gonna ask you some little personal questions.
Some deep questions
about the life of Natasha Martinez.
Ooh, best year of my life.
Best year of your life.
I mean, I would have to say this past year, obviously, I was Miss California. And then right before, got to compete at Miss USA with a couple of my friends. Right before giving up my title, I got the job at Collider, which was pretty sick. Right. Booked my first national commercial. For Nissan. I'm in this little Nissan commercial. And just like had a blast. Like I feel like this is the year that I just was like, you know what, I don't care what anybody else thinks, I'm gonna do me, and then just good things started happening.
I'm gonna whip my hair at the club, climb on the couch. Let's do one more question. 2015. It was the same for me in 2015. Yeah. Mr. California.
Mr. Universe.
Got a $10 scratch off. It was huge.
Worst job you ever had.
Yes.
Okay, the worst job I ever had was, it was this like little freelance gig that I did through my dance studio. One of our teachers, she worked this Asian expo. It was like an Asian travel expo at the Pomona Fairplex. And so she had
Pomona Fairplex.
Oh, yeah, totally gorgeous. And I don't know if you were like sarcastic, but it's not gorgeous.
It's not.
It's really not. It's
Unless you want to sell your 1989 Toyota Corolla, it is not the best.
So we worked at this booth for a bank, and their little mascot was this like little snow leopard, right? And so me and I convinced one of my closest friends to help me out at this expo. And we would dance every like maybe 30 minutes or every hour or something. But in between that hour, we had to go around the expo with this giant sign of this snow leopard and basically be like, come to this booth and whatever. So we're like going outside and doing this like little parade, right? I like Asian food. Like I love it. I think it's good. I can get down and eat.
Yeah.
But their fried tofu is like, it smells like nothing I've ever smelled before. And me and my friend were gagging. Like actually, like, it smelled like somebody just took a fresh dump, like in your face. It was so gross. And we're like, like trying and not to throw up. And I had to take like 2 showers that night before I went to bed because I just felt like it smelled all over me.
Fried tofu?
It was terrible.
I will say, I thought that was going to go in a way different direction, that we danced at this Asian expo, and some Asian man was like, I'll take you to Hong Kong. Because I was going in the way of, in
the way of Dubai.
Exactly, no.
Definitely not, thank God.
All right, we're going to go into 3 for the road, 3 minutes, rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Let's go, let's feel it. In 3, 2, 1, go. Most money you've ever spent on jeans?
Oh, $200.
Okay, do you floss?
Yes.
Martini or Manhattan?
A martini.
You ever kept your socks on during sex?
No.
You ever been skydiving?
No.
Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune?
Jeopardy.
Where do you want to get married?
Ooh, San Luis Obispo.
Oh, nice. All right. When you need to blow off some steam, what do?
I take a run. Actually, that's a lie. I hate running. I don't have to.
That's amazing. We're keeping it in. If you owned a bar, what would you call it?
I would call it the Russian Spy.
Is Disneyland, Disney World, the happiest place on earth?
Yes, it is.
Best fast food French fries?
McDonald's.
Song you always play first on the jukebox?
Who uses a jukebox anymore?
Yeah, you're like young. Yeah, I go to clubs, I dance, I got liquor. Do you collect anything?
No.
Do you read your horoscope?
Yes.
Have you ever been arrested?
No.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Would you go to Burning Man?
No.
If you had a TV show, what would you call it?
Oh. Ooh.
You can't call it The Russian Spy.
Dang it. Oh, I'm so boring. I would just call it The Natasha Show. That's so boring.
That's my show. You can't have it.
I'm just so inspired.
Mariah Carey or Madonna?
Mariah Carey.
What was your AOL screen name?
Prima Ballerina.
Do you watch Flesh and Bone on Stars? Because you should. It's really good. Ice cream or frozen yogurt?
Ice cream.
Oldest person you'd hook up with right now?
35.
Okay. Better birthday, roller skating or bowling alley?
Oh, roller skating because I hate bowling.
Blue cheese or ranch?
Neither, but ranch.
Do you like roller skating more than running, or running more than
Definitely running.
What's your dream car?
I don't know, a nice Ferrari.
Oh, yeah, a nice Ferrari.
Right?
There's a shitty Ferrari out there. You ever stayed friends with an ex?
No.
Anyone ever thrown you a surprise birthday party?
No, how sad.
Favorite TV show of all time?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Do you try to eat organic?
No.
Wait, did you just say your favorite TV show of all time is SpongeBob SquarePants?
Yes, I did, and I'm owning up to it. I love SpongeBob.
I can't believe I just screamed over that. All right, should Hawaiian shirts be worn outside of Hawaii?
No.
Do you have any tattoos?
No.
Did you ever have a perm?
Yes.
Nice. Would you rather own a boat or a motorcycle? 30 seconds.
Boat.
Where's your favorite pizza place in the world?
I don't know, actually.
Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera?
Britney Spears.
Olive Garden or Outback Steakhouse?
Olive Garden.
Worse, falling upstairs or downstairs?
Downstairs. That's happened a lot.
Is your MySpace profile still active?
Yeah, because I don't know how to, I can't figure it out. And I really hope no one finds it, because it's embarrassing.
What famous person would you play in a biopic?
Ooh, I would love to play Selena.
Oh, Selena.
Yeah.
Again, and Selena too?
Yeah.
She's back?
Yeah.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how bad is your road rage?
Oh, it's mild. I'm a 5.
Okay, Natasha Martinez. Thank you so much for being on.
Thank
You're
you,
awesome.
Josh.
Natasha Martinez, guys. Hey guys, thanks for watching this episode of The Josh Macuga Show. Subscribe to our channel right here. Watch every episode right here. Support our Patreon campaign right here. And you guys can comment in the YouTube section below. Leave me some awesome comments. You know I'll always respond because I love you guys.